I feel like we actually only met about 15 months ago, officially, but I feel like you're one of these people I've known for a very long time. So I actually remember my only year at under-19s when we made the European finals. I remember we had England in our group. I think I was blissfully naive at that point, so I hadn't played England too many times. I think you did win. But I can remember just knowing of your name. Well, you're younger than me, so you must have been playing up an age group, which normally means you're not bad.
I think I was obviously quite lucky at that time, like the group we had, like Lucy Bronze, players like that, we did luckily get to quite a lot of tournaments. I do remember we were briefly speaking about a while ago about that time where all the teams met in one place to have like dinner and stuff.
Yeah, you used to do the dinner.
Yeah, and we've both been there. So we've crossed paths. But obviously, like you said, I think when I came to Villa, that was when we probably got to know each other and play as teammates.
I always think that's a little bit weird. When you feel like you've known someone or you know them, so many mutual friends, and like we would have met each other before that in social situations. But it's kind of weird because you don't actually know them, but you feel like you should know them. Like when I was that age, I had no awareness. It wasn't on my like pathway or radar that I was going to play professional football.
I think when I was younger, I was obsessed with football. Like my mum said, literally when I was tiny, I like kicked everything rather than picked it up. So I think she knew that was a bit like my dad, like he played football, so it did come in the family. But I think it was more that I didn't think I wasn't ever going to not play football, but I didn't know what that looked like.
Yeah.
But I just knew how much of a passion I had for it. I was at primary school and a letter came saying about a girls' football team. Do you want to come for a trial? And I was like, right, I'm going. I was only like, I think, nearly 8. I was quite lucky though that my dad kind of knew bits more of the pathway to go on at the younger level. So he pushed me to like 11 aside when I was a bit younger.
I think there's great things now that there's academy opportunities and, you know, there's so much better infrastructure, and that absolutely is a win. But in some ways, when I look back, kind of that ignorance and naivety was almost part of the enjoyment. A lot of people ask you, do you wish you were coming through now? Like, would you rather sort of roll back 15 years and do it over? And do you wish you could go back and like start again?
It would be nice to be a little bit younger right now.
Yeah.
I think both of us have played a massive part in the game changing, and I think a lot of people see what we do on the pitch but not what we do off the pitch, which obviously helps the game and pushes the women's teams forward. So no, I think I'm happy with my journey.
So when was sort of that transition for you into like full-time football?
I was obviously at Sunderland, but that was, I was only 16. It was like training twice a week. When the Women's Super League started, Sunderland didn't get in. So that obviously meant if we wanted to progress as players, I wanted to be in the main league. I was really lucky that Vic Akers at the time, he'd called the Sunderland manager and said, can you get Jordan down? And I was like, oh my God, like, are they serious?
When you think of that early stage at Arsenal, who do you remember? Like, what do you have any like memories of individuals that made an impression?
Someone like Kim. I was obviously that player that did like to play like little short passes, and then like Kim's like another level of that. I think training with her definitely allowed me to improve as a player.
So staying on Kimmy, when you decided it was time to look for a change and come to Villa, she actually texted me because she knew obviously it was a big decision.
She never told me this.
And of course she didn't. And she sent me a really nice message. I think I'll need to scroll back to actually see what she said, but she was like, please look after Jordan. So when you came, you signed in January, which of course is the middle of the season. What was your first impressions of the club then?
Oh, big question.
Big question.
I kind of just came with a very open mind because, naturally Arsenal had grown to the club they are over a very long time, and, Villa weren't quite there yet. So I think when I just had that open mind, it was kind of like, look, just be ready for what it is. But actually, I think it still took me by surprise in terms of it probably was better than what I anticipated in a really good way. Yes, of course, other things to improve. But I think on the foundations and where the club can grow to, it has started like that.
I've actually got one thing I want to let the viewers know about. I don't think they know about this because I didn't know about it until last week.
What is it?
Your favourite TV show is Countdown?
It's up there. That's so unfair, but I'll take it. You know what? I'm proud of watching Countdown.
I was proud of you.
Yeah.
I came through that day and you were just chilling on the sofa and I was thinking, Jordan, go home.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, I'm watching Countdown.
Rach caught me watching Countdown basically on the sofa. I was waiting for Lucy Staniforth to finish her rehab and she was like shocked by it and I was like, I love Countdown.
What's the biggest word you've ever got?
Oh, I never get over a 6 on that. Never, ever.
Okay, keep watching.
We're improving.
Did you get the numbers game? Can you do the numbers? Are you better at the letters?
I've basically got the Countdown app on my phone. I'll tell you that either. I sometimes play it on the bus. And then that adds up for you, which is a big help.
Bit help. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do the whole 3.
In your head?
No.
Not fair. Okay. Quick fire. Favourite goal of all time?
Of all time?
That you've scored?
Probably my England debut.
You scored in your debut?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like a longish range one as well, so.
One of your classic, like slice across it.
A little bit, yeah.
Favourite game?
I'm going to go back to when we won the Euros at England, just because it was like that first like winning feeling of like tournament football and just lifting a trophy in general, you know. Yeah, it was a nice moment when you're younger, and that came to my head first.
Last one, best teammate.
Best teammate ever.
Yeah.
Villa, anywhere.
Anywhere.
Oh, that's hard. That.
There's going to be a few people texting
That's not
you.
fair. Oh, you know what? I'm not answering that. I can't answer that.
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah.
You've saved yourself
There's a good
a bit
group.
of hassle.
Yeah, there's a good group.
Yeah.
You've been very lucky.
Well, thanks, Jordan.
Thank you very much.